All right, we're live. So, welcome guys. Today we've got FuRy versus Black. We're waiting for the last couple of Black to filter in, but we'll get started as soon as everyone gets in. So in the booth today we've got Laggy and Navius, along with me, Quad.io. So it should be an interesting match. What's up, guys?
What's up?
I have a cough drop in my mouth right now. I think I'm gonna put in another one. Hello, Laggy. I went to you live. I guess with two cough drops in my mouth now.
Are they gonna play Abyss? Oh, that's great.
So I'm not sure if Black's gonna have enough to
Yeah.
play.
Happening. Well, that'd be unfortunate, man. That happened.
But we're set up and good to go. You guys can see everything, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it's 15 minutes the time, eh? They gotta have like 5 players. So
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
they're pretty much at 13 right now, I think.
Let's hope they can find players.
Let's hope they don't have like a communication problem. In the last, I think it was from 1 to yeah. In the last hour, it happens like I think 5 times it happened to me like that. Last comes.
Oh, like in game?
Yep, it just stopped. And I thought it was only me until I did the match with Dark. In mid game, both team we lost comms. Everyone. So I think it's the server. It's not only me. Because I never ever had that problem before.
Yeah, we've had a number of scrims where someone will be like, all right, let's group up, and then no one hears it, and then we're all like, wait, what's happening? And then someone will say something and they're just like, they say like, you hear one word and the rest of it just like cuts out. And afterwards you listen to you watch all the clips and you see like everybody's audio's cutting in and out the entire time. It's kind of crazy. Like, you're definitely not missing out on that.
They asked Lord to play today, but he couldn't play. I hope that, oh my god. He was just a backup guy, but I know he cannot be there today. So. Oh, how many have Black in there? How many did they got in the team? Let's see, oh, they got enough player, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 10 player. So only 3 could make it. Oh, they won the. They won their first match against Fair, and they have the second match against Ori. And now we're gonna have to forfeit if they cannot find another player.
So it looks like we're past this 15-minute
Yeah.
mark.
We are.
I think they might try to reschedule or something. I'll message
Yeah, message them, see what's happening. You guys tried the VR chatting, the strategy room?
One of my teammates tried it yesterday. He said it's pretty nice.
It's really nice, and you can have an Hyperdash skin. I've been hanging around in VR chat with the Hyperdash skin. Everyone are like, "What the fuck is this?"
I would just spam that backflip emote.
Oh, I don't think you can, because there's no emote yet for the robot. Like when you check it.
I'll manage.
Oh, you can't do the standard emotes from VR chat on them?
I don't. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. But she probably will put it eventually, like she said. She got a little bit of tuning to do. Because when you draw on the table, and you with blue or whatever, and you get a certain angle, you don't see the color anymore.
Oh wait, apparently a fourth is gonna show up in a moment.
So they're gonna
Interesting.
like 4v5.
Yeah.
Crap. I would almost prefer to forfeit than go 4 against 5. I mean, unless you're D. These guys been 4v5 us like for a lot of scrims. Still win.
Yeah, I mean the black players are promising and definitely they've got some talent, but I don't know if they have enough to take out like 5.
Especially on Abyss, man. If they go for Abyss, like it's a wide map and you gotta have like people.
Oh, they got a fit. They got a fourth. Okay.
Good.
Awesome. All right. So, oh, their fourth is Water Egg. It was a new player, and I've been telling a bunch of people that they should pick him up for like a long time. He's still really new, but I think he has some potential. His turn speed is like equally as fast as the majority of Dasher tier players, and his aim is pretty decent. Close to mid-range. I think he's got potential to be really good if he continues to play and plays in a more structured environment.
Side play.
I'll give them the signal.
I played Troku a couple of times and Fat Dragon.
Oh yeah, Flat Dragon's pretty good with the rockets, right?
Yep.
Okay, here I'm gonna stop streaming and re-share the stream with you guys. All right, you guys can rejoin now. It should look better for you.
Nice.
You can actually read the name. Doesn't matter now.
It looks like FuRy are going 4v4.
Oh, that's
It's not
great.
often
Oh,
that I get to
super.
watch a 4v4 match.
This is really nice of them.
So the lack of 2 extra players in this match is going to make quite a bit of a difference in this game, in the match dynamic. So we'll see
Yeah,
how it goes out.
especially on Abyss. But that's really great. Oh no, they joined back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just a temporary drop.
Either way though, it would have been pretty cool to watch a 4v4. You don't get to
Yeah.
see those often.
Just resize this a little bit.
That's with the shotgun.
So Black's still making decent time though, despite the fact that it's 4v5. I mean, we haven't gotten to the hardest part yet, but
Yeah.
this is
Oh, if you can get at 4 minutes bottom the hill, that's great.
what's wrong thing.
Back wagon and the rocket, offensive side.
Nice offensive rockets here by Flat Dragon. Some shots in use.
No. Very good, too. Check, 4 minutes. Yeah, 4 minutes bottom the hill. Oh, nice.
Good rocket.
Yeah, if they can set up with rocket. Shot.
Wow, nice work by Flat Dragon here. He's pushing up, making space for the cart. I mean, if only his teammates were on it.
Yeah, it looks like Black, about like 3 minutes and a half, looks like they're just only about to approach that ramp and just around that corner it seems. They've been pretty held up by FuRy so far though.
Doing
So we'll see how this is gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, it's still possible for them to make the checkpoint, but it's getting, they gotta hurry up though. They're around the corner. Doesn't look like FuRy has like a strong defense setup yet. I mean, that could change in the next couple of seconds, but
This is a pretty good run by Tomcat.
a nice shot.
surprisingly, Black's got control of this flank room. They really might actually make this. This is crazy. I did not expect that to happen.
Insane.
They really might actually make checkpoint here.
Tomcats are gonna push.
Yep, they're pressed for 2 minutes in time, so we'll see how it'll go. Yeah, this spot is pretty decent for shocks because you can't shoot through that little window that's there, and you can just tell when someone's about to get on the cart when you look through it.
Pretty good. Yeah.
check out
Looks like they're
Alpha.
pushing it into checkpoint right now.
Wow, they just
double
made
stacking.
checkpoint 4v5. That's
Yep.
amazing.
Yep, they made checkpoint.
Wow.
Okay, so Black has 7 minutes and a half, so they should probably get moving as soon as they can, because that mid part through the checkpoint, it's really hard to push through depending on the team's defense. So they should probably double or triple stack it, hopefully, while the rest push up.
Look at Water Hagman's on fire there, man. 20 kills and 9 death.
Oh, let's check out Flat Dragon. It looks like he's doing some offensive rocket stuff, making space for the cart. Let's see. He'll probably go. Let's check out Kasuo.
It still is rather entertaining seeing Black handling themselves very well despite being outnumbered.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Not discouraging themselves, that's perfect. Water Hagman, 22 kills. Got anything to kills here.
Still making some good progress here. They're almost approaching
They
the
are.
jelly room. Some people call it 04, I call it the jelly room.
Yeah, same, we do jelly.
I don't really know what to call this map. I know the call
Like
out.
percent
Oh
is
yeah, yeah,
coming.
yeah. Okay, so the room, see the number on the wall? It's 4, 04.
Oh,
A lot
yeah,
of people call it 04 because
Oh,
of
okay.
that.
Oh,
But then
I see.
I just call it the jelly room because it's got the big jellyfish in the middle.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yep, 5.
they're having 2 people on the card like
Alright, so 5 minutes in, well, roughly 2 minutes after hitting checkpoint. Looks like Black's already reached that 04 jellyfish area. So that's nice.
Still making good time here.
They are.
I swear to
let's
God,
see
if
what
we do
Chiracu's
a
up to.
100, man. Oh, they got another one.
Oh, they got a fit. Wait, who is this fit?
He's not tagged properly.
Yeah, he's
Wait,
not
wait,
tagged
hold on.
properly, and I'm not
I
aware
think
this person on the roster either.
Shit, okay, yeah, they posted the password in the Dashwood server for some reason.
Oh no.
Oh.
The guy wasn't supposed to be there exactly.
That's understandable. But yeah, really do want to avoid that.
Yeah, you don't want to post that in the dash list.
If an admin happens to be watching right now, just try to delete
Someone,
it.
can
Yeah.
someone delete it? It's already done.
Check out Cannon's got double SMGs. In French style, he's got golden ones like every other
Oh, they got another one. He joined Black Vanta.
Oh, Vance is here. Nice.
That was
Great.
probably him. Forgot to tag. someone.
Alright.
Great. That's good. At least we have 5 now. They still did pretty great with the 4 players though.
A nice work here by Black. I mean, all of these FuRy guys have been playing for a while, and they're a new team, and they were able to make it through checkpoint 4v5. That's impressive.
Yep. And they finally got their 5th too, so now they have a really good chance now. They're already handling themselves very well, only 4 players too.
Hey everyone watching the stream, you gotta push that like button. We have 10 people watching for like, you know what's gonna happen to you if you don't. Push that like, push that like.
got the turn really. Wow, is Black gonna make 100% here?
I think so.
They can, they're pushing it right now. It is completely possible for them to make the goal at this rate. I wouldn't be surprised in particular if they did, in fact.
Oh, let's follow Valor for a bit.
Doing really great time here. I think they really have potential to make that to 100.
We've got 90 seconds and we've got just a little bit more to go. Let's check out what Flat Dragon's doing here. Gets taken out, okay. I mean, this is an interesting strategy. I probably wouldn't go for this, but I mean, he is weakening them. There's no health back here.
Go with the shotgun.
Oh, go get on the card. Go get on the card. Get on the card. Oh, that just cost him 1% right there.
Yeah. Guys are taking on that Flat Dragon too. Taking by the shotgun. Push him. He's going for the shock here. Terrible guy on the payload. He's gonna do it. Oh, he missed his shot. Boom, kill himself in the process. The 20 seconds left with 2% to make.
Yep, they have 10 seconds, they can pull it off.
They'll group up again and they got it.
FuRy can fend them off.
I'll be going one by one.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Oh!
1.
That's an effort to group up there. You have a chance.
Oh my god, they got 100%
Only
at the
100.
very end.
That doesn't happen.
Wow,
often.
that's
great.
insane.
Good job by Black. And they started with 4 people. That's awesome.
Good work. That doesn't
Yeah.
happen very often, you are right.
I wonder what server they're on. So it looks like they're on a
probably
Dallas
US.
server.
Dallas, yeah.
How are they on a Dallas server? I wonder if
Probably it's
FuRy
been.
knows about this. This is kind of interesting. And I'll swap it.
They probably switch after that map.
So far so good for both teams. Let's see how it'll go.
Match starts in 3, 2, 1, go. First elimination.
Ooh, let's see who wins this battle. Oh, Shane wins. Nice pick here.
What the heck, man? He's doing really good for a new player.
Yeah, he's like a brand new player, and I told a few people that they should pick him up because I've seen him around, and he just looks like he has potential. But I'm glad that Black picked him up. This is a good spot for him to be in. I think he's really going to be good if he continues to play for a while.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And look at his KD here. This is his first league match, 45 and 27.
But this is his first one too?
Yeah, what level is he? Let's see. He's like level 38.
Oh, that's good.
He's going up against all these French players, so he can play for a little bit. Check out Vantaforpid on defense. Nice headshot by Alchemist here. I think FuRy's a little bit behind schedule here. Hopefully they can focus on getting this card up and the round so they can make
Yeah, I think
checkpoint
Black
two.
was the 4 minute he got back.
Ooh,
Black-
nice pick here.
Doing a great job slowing him down though.
Okay, yeah. As far as I'm gonna get them in the checkpoint here.
Yeah, we get him in that field. Black's gonna have to set up a rocket.
Yeah, they have about 3 minutes to hit checkpoint from that curve. They have a chance.
Yeah, they're not terribly far away. Because Black's not really super set up.
Yeah, they don't have explosives set up.
Yeah, it's tough when
Just
you
going
have
for
like
it,
this
going for it.
3 people on explosives and you're coming around this corner.
Oh, well.
Alright, let's check out Valor a bit. Yeah, we can look at. Let's check out Tomcat. Okay, so Black is starting to get the defense set up, so it's looking like they could potentially hold if they can keep this up.
They got 2 minutes moved.
Yeah, 2 minutes. It's not the most time in the world, but it's also not the least amount of time, so. I've seen people be held here for like 4 minutes
Oh yeah.
once they get it set
Yeah.
up.
They got the rocket set up now. Oh, nice blow up the payload. Good taking down. They gotta take down this rocket. It's pretty far back. Gonna be hard for them. Still
Oh, good shot
shot
there
there.
by Tomcat.
There's shot.
Let's check out Flat Dragon here.
We got 2 shockers set up.
So just a little over a minute. FuRy can definitely break through.
1 minute remaining.
Oh, nice rocket there.
I wonder if Black knows to have
Oh.
somebody stand on the cart.
I don't know, eh? They don't have any on stand.
Oh, they got someone standing on it, okay.
Oh well, that's like a good thing right now. Oh. Got rocket and shock set up. Those curves, man. These are moving like.
They have less than 20 seconds to hit checkpoint, it seems.
Oh, they got a group up there.
10,
They're going almost 1 by 1.
8, 7,
This is just saw like 2 people back to back.
4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Red team wins.
Like take the win.
There it is.
Yeah, let's check out the scores.
Pretty even in the black team. Team like that. The Valor on top with 44.
Let's see top score on Black Valor. 54 kills, 43 deaths, 76-66. And then on the FuRy side, we got Shangham at 55-39 and 58-99. I wonder what map's coming up next or if they're changing servers.
Yeah, they changed its server, I think. Yep.
Okay, let's see if I have any new server info. I'll just try the exact same thing again. I don't know how to block this from being seen though. Where's the other one? Okay, so it looks like now they're on the Amsterdam servers. Looks like we got Waterway coming up.
What map is it?
Alright, so what do you guys think about this map coming up next? Who do you think's gonna win? What do you think the
It's a
score's
bit
gonna be?
shifty. It's the FuRy gonna be on their server. It's kind of better, but still a strong team that like is at the moment. I think
No, I'm never really one to really pick right away. I don't really have a prediction in particular. I never do.
I'm thinking, well, this server is probably gonna favor FuRy a little bit more, so they might be able to pull it out on this server. But we saw like Black just had a lot of kills, and I've seen a lot of these Black players on Waterways a lot, grinding it out. Flat Dragon, Chiraku with the shocks. Valor 2, Bant has been pistol sniping a lot. Water Egg, I haven't seen him as much on this map, but I'm thinking it could be like a 3-2 or maybe like a 2-1 and take the full time. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens.
Match starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Blue takes seed first elimination. Red takes C. Red takes B. Red takes B. Red team scores 3, 2 countered.
So see, red's already off to a strong start here.
Blue takes B. Red team scores 3, 2,
Ouais, FuRy,
1
good.
countered.
Oh!
Oh wow.
That was a very narrow counter by black. Good work.
Yeah.
Blue takes C.
Waterway has been known to be
Blue takes
very
A.
contested with its
Scores
opponents,
encountered.
so it can't be one-sided in a few cases, but most of the time it's just been very back and forth.
Blue team scores in 3 countered.
It's another countdown.
Blue team scores in 3, 2, 1.
They're cutting it close.
Oh!
Oh
That's a
wow.
score.
They pulled up a
This
point.
round.
Team wipe. Crazy.
But yeah, no, both of the teams were treading on thin ice there, so that was pretty risky.
Go.
The opening pushes of both teams are always very interesting to watch too.
First elimination.
Let's check out Rock. He's got some.
Red takes B.
Yeah, it's kind of risky if you ride that rail all the way down and shoot at somebody else. You run the risk of dying yourself and not getting a kill.
Red takes B. Blue takes B. Red takes B. Blue team scores in countered.
That's another countdown.
Blue team scores
Oh, yeah, no,
in
There's one
3
live.
bottom. Oh,
countered.
Oh! That's a good counter.
being at your home's basement is probably the last place you want to be in when there's a countdown. So I'm glad they got out of that one.
Yeah, he was the only one left too.
Blue takes B. Red takes B.
Oh, let's check out Schengen.
Blue takes B.
Rocket on waterway, it's a bit.
Blue takes
Interesting,
A.
right?
Yeah.
We haven't seen terribly much of that ever.
Yeah, the rockets on waterway is an incredibly niche thing to use.
Red takes C. Blue team scores
2 left.
in 3 countered. Blue
Oh, good
takes
counter by
B.
Schengen here.
Blue team
Good job.
scores in 3 countered.
That's another countdown.
Red takes C. Blue takes C.
Looks like they turned the tables a little bit.
Blue takes A.
Okay, but yeah, this is pretty risky for both teams actually.
Blue takes C. Red team
Looks like-
scores
Yeah,
3.
they constantly have each other at the
Red
ropes.
team scores countered.
There's 2 people left for this countdown.
Red team score countered. Blue takes C.
If they can time their picks with the amount of kills that they get, they have more chances of scoring.
Blue takes B. Red takes B. Blue takes B.
But that kind of strategy is highly demanding of both teams because you have to communicate.
Yeah, how many people are dead and then time the buttons with that.
Yes. It's usually an afterthought because of how quickly everything goes.
Blue takes A.
That's something that you also want to keep in account as well. These things make it look easy when they're out in the field like this and while we're watching.
Countered. Blue takes C.
Because it is very easy to just get caught up in just the chaotic nature of waterway and you just start to go lost, just to get lost in your head. Then you won't be as consistent in your communications.
Blue takes C. Blue takes B. Red takes B. Blue takes speed.
It looks like they're trying to make some kind of effort to group up together at B.
Blue team
But,
scores
yeah.
in 3, 2,
They're in trouble. That was incredibly close. They have another countdown. There's 3 of them alive too. Counter at their base.
Blue takes A.
It's nice to see how both teams are really staying on top of things, but honestly, both of them are very. This is just a very dangerous game, I guess. It's really hard to put it, but yeah, they're just constantly having each other at the ropes.
Yeah, check out the scores for a bit.
Red
Can't really
team
see them now.
scores 3.
Let's have the countdown.
No, that.
Red team scores
only
3,
two
2, 1.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
the
wow.
oh,
score.
Fury's going
Point.
for the second point.
Yeah, that's the score.
Nice shot, nice shot.
Yeah, this server's definitely working out better for the
Yeah.
FuRy.
Yeah,
Go.
here comes another one. Let's see how this opening push is going to go.
Blue
Check out
takes
the
C.
scores for a bit. Top Dasher, Strong Blue, and Tomcat.
Red team counter.
Looks like Shangen's already at their base. Okay, yeah, looks like they have each other's bases. If those 2 attackers end up dying, then they're going to be in a lot of trouble.
Red takes A. Blue takes A.
Okay, now they only have to get B. It's a good choice for the attackers that are at the enemy base to just stay back and just try to defend for as long as they can.
Blue team counter.
But as soon as those guys die,
Red team counter.
yeah, as soon as if the red people as he died just now and they still didn't have their base back, it would have been a very bad situation for them. It takes a lot of trust in your teammates to go that far with it instead of just running back to B.
Red takes A.
So yeah, that's a
Blue takes
really
B.
good instinct.
Red takes B. Red takes A.
Because that's just how it is with domination. You do have to trust your teammates, obviously, in payload and any other mode, but sometimes the situation calls for a lot more measures than that.
Red takes A.
Check out Vance.
It
Nice
does.
pick there.
It does make a bit of a statement on how hard these teams are working at it right now. It's entertaining for us.
Blue takes B. Red team scores countered. Countered. Red team score countered. Blue takes A.
Okay, Shangen's running double rockets and holding the base by himself. Let's see how this is gonna go.
Blue team
Usually if you were going for this kind of playstyle, you would just go with shocks.
Yeah.
countered.
But that's a pretty interesting take on it though.
Red takes A. Red takes A.
Getting the shotguns to defend the base was a good decision.
Blue takes B. Red takes B.
Yeah, shotguns are a good tool of choice when you're going to attack or defend. Because you kind of have to force interaction by getting closer and you're getting close to a shotgun. So
Scores. Top Dasher still Tomcat on FuRy side and Banta on the black side.
So it looks like Black is kind of juggling this playstyle between defending their base and then pushing out. Having a few pistol snipers maybe, and then just having the pistol snipers push out when they can. So this is probably a sign of how they're most possibly communicating about what they're doing with each other.
Red takes B.
And yeah, that's really important, keeping in touch with their teammates, letting each other know what's happening. That's really important, but you also want to make sure that you're not clogging up communications as well. Because again, this is a very chaotic map and things can get out of order very quickly.
Countered. Red team scores 3.
Counter at B.
1. Red team
Oh wow, that was
Wow.
such
That
a
was
narrow
good.
counter right
That was-
there. That was impressive.
Really great kill.
That could have been a point for FuRy, but
It
good work
really
for
was
Black for
almost
making
a
it work
point.
out.
Blue takes B.
The FuRy's doing pretty good job putting pressure.
Red team countered. Red takes C.
Take him out.
Blue takes
But yeah, going
C.
in pairs to attack the enemy base has been a very successful strategy so far for FuRy, and it's fun to watch.
Blue takes B.
Really like the setup that they had going. There's Vanta doing a little bit of pistol sniping before going to attack.
Blue takes B. Red takes B.
I can imagine once he gets a pick from that distance, he's probably gonna start pushing up.
Blue team score countered.
There it goes.
Takes B.
Going to B. Now they have B.
Red takes B. Blue team scores in 3 counter.
That's a countdown.
Oh!
That was a double kill with the shocks that could have gone
Yeah.
south very quickly.
Blue team scores in 3
You gotta catch him.
countered. Blue team countered. Blue team
Black's putting a lot of pressure right now. They only got Zazua.
They are.
Vanta's got some moves on this map.
Countered.
That's a countdown. Okay, yeah, Red has only B and they have to get their base still.
Oh.
They're in
We're
trouble.
alive. We're alive. Oh,
Countered.
Yeah, they're still in trouble. There's 3 of them alive, 4 of them.
another pressure.
Blue takes B.
Pressure.
Red takes B. Blue team scores countered. Blue team countered. Red takes A. Blue takes B.
Oh,
Red takes B.
that was nice dashing, but it's all in the process.
Blue takes B.
He's stringing it all the way across to their base. Let's see what he
Red
does now that
takes
he's here.
B. Blue takes B. Red takes B. Red team countered. Blue takes B. Red takes B. Blue takes B. Red takes B. Blue takes A. Red takes A. Blue team countered. Blue takes C. Red takes A. Red takes A. Blue takes B. Blue team countered. Blue team scores in countered. Red takes B. Blue team scores in 3
Oh, Black's
countered.
going for the cap. Oh, countered out. 12 minutes left in the other one.
Red takes B. Blue team score
I could go for the
countered.
cap right now.
Blue team countered.
Check out the scores
Blue
again.
team scores in counter.
That's a countdown.
A lot of pressure from both sides here. It's pretty
Red
even.
takes B.
Isn't
Yeah.
there a new rule that shooting out of the spawn shield is illegal or something? Or
Yeah,
did we,
but
I
I
don't
don't think
think
it's
so.
totally done.
A.
You cannot. I think you can stay in there when you respawn and shoot from there, but you cannot go back in there to hide.
I see, I see.
Red takes
I
C.
think that. I think this is what they.
Red team scores countered.
I still think it's a bit lame to stay there and shoot, but whatever.
Red team.
Oh no, I do that all the time, that's why I'm asking.
Blue takes B.
Jesus, I hate people. doing
On Waterway especially, it's a completely viable thing to do when you're shooting through the shield because someone might be attacking through that rail. And it's a win-win situation if you're attacking like that. If you're just defending from your spawn shield, it's not something that you can do all the time, but it's an
Yeah,
opportunity
but
to be
going
taken.
back inside of it, that is.
Red takes B.
I don't know. I don't have a problem with jumping back behind the shield if someone like comes.
Yeah, neither do I.
I think
But yeah,
the
my might be
issue
breaking it up though.
is the rockets behind the spawn shield, which is totally cheap because on certain maps.
It's still cheap. You just go hide behind your shield, and the guy cannot shoot you.
Don't you go back to pistols when you're running back in spawn?
No, not yet, not yet. That might.
No,
Blue
be
takes C.
I see, I see. Well, either way, this isn't the place to discuss it.
Yeah.
My apologies.
It's been discussed enough, I think, in the Ashley server. I talked about that like once, and it goes on for like 48 hours or something. After 48
Yeah, I'm
hours,
not-
like that, I was like,
I'm not
"Jesus,
very
it's still-
active
It's still
anyway.
going.
Blue takes A.
Yeah, the thing is, like, if you have a person who's behind the shield, though, they aren't pushing, so they sacrifice their ability to be helpful. If that makes sense.
Red takes B.
Although this really is a contested match, though, it's nothing like that Abyss we saw earlier.
Yeah, it's pretty even right now. Both teams putting pressure.
And honestly, yeah, it's basically been the exact same as it was just 10 minutes ago. It wouldn't be too much of a stretch to say that all the players on the teams are getting very exhausted now, so eventually one of them is going to break.
Oh, is this continuing?
Because if we do end up seeing a sudden death, and if FuRy ends up winning that sudden death, they're going to be going to a control point.
Red takes B. Blue
But
takes A.
yeah, all the players are probably very tired right
Red
now.
takes C.
This really is a fight of endurance in the midst of a very chaotic map, so this is rather entertaining to watch, but it's not very fun for the players in particular.
So, Laggy, you've been in some sudden death situations in league matches. How did you feel
Countered.
when they were happening?
Why are we making this about me though?
Red countered.
Just curious.
Countered. Blue
I don't know.
takes
There was one match last season where we played Apex and I crashed for like a good 5 minutes, and I like loaded back in like right as sudden death started. I had no idea it was sudden death.
Countered.
Like
Really? No.
no idea. Somebody
You
on my
went
team was
for
just like,
your own
quad, grab a
button?
shock, and I was like, okay. And then I was like, oh wait, this is sudden death? I was like,
Blue
what?
takes B.
Like, it was the strangest moment ever. We won it, thankfully, but geez.
Oh, you won.
Well, I don't really recall too much about my own experience with sudden death, but the thing is with sudden death is that because it's so sudden, henceforth why it's called sudden death, you don't really have too much time to plan. So usually by the 1 minute mark, that's when you start having a little strategy discussion prior to the sudden death. You'd have a very little window to start planning while you're literally in the midst of attacking each other right now. And it's really rare to discuss sudden death, in my opinion, like before you go over a match, because it's very unlikely. But it does happen, and by that point both the teams will be very exhausted, so there's little to no coordination in the sudden death. You just kind of make up a plan, try to go along with it if possible, and just pray that things will work out. It's basically just a game of luck at that point.
Usually I have someone in the back saying with shock. It's a good idea.
There's a lot of things to take into account when you're planning for a sudden death like that, because you have to be incredibly quick. The map is a lot more.
And be careful because
changes
if you
everything.
get wiped, there's only one guy.
Exactly, that's what makes sudden death so dangerous, because guess what? If it's sudden death, fun fact, if you die, you don't necessarily get to respawn. That's what makes it incredibly dangerous, and a scenario that both teams would really want to avoid.
I wonder how
man.
that
We
would
had-
go if you could respawn on sudden death.
Yeah. We had one sudden death where someone missed the button, they tried to hit it and then missed it, and then ended up like dying. And that was like, it cost us. We had one where one person on the other team accidentally walked into our shock.
Oh, sometimes you just don't press it all the way down. It happened to me today in the match. I watched the replay. I watched the stream after that, and I checked it out, and I didn't press it all the way down. That's why it didn't count. I was like, no.
But yeah, at this rate, with how this game has just been going back and forth the entire time, I wouldn't be surprised if we were to see a sudden death. But honestly, they really do want to avoid that, so of course they're going to be fighting as hard as they can.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it doesn't really matter anymore at that point, because if you go into sudden death, most of the time you'd be just running into the fight with well, obviously knowing that you'd respawn afterwards, but there is very little margin of error in sudden death, so you really do want to avoid it.
Yeah, if you miss a dash,
Let's hope.
that could cost you if you miss a button.
Exactly, so let's hope that one of these teams will get the lead before that happens. They have 5 minutes. If they can't do it in 5 minutes, then it's either going to go back to a control point or it's going to end.
2, 1.
Oh wow,
That's a
they
score.
pulled out another point.
Oh,
There it is.
All right, FuRy's got to get it together. Got 5 minutes to take us to sudden death. I want to see a sudden death, but
Alright, so now that they have the lead, they want to hold it. They really do want to keep that lead. If they end up tying it again, then they're going to be back to the standstill that they were in for the majority of the map.
dude, I have such a bad experience with turtling. I just say, just play your heart out, and whatever happens, happens. Because I feel like whenever we try to turtle, it just backfires.
Offense is probably the best defense on Waterway especially. You never
Yeah.
do really want to hold yourself up in your base. Because the thing is with domination is that the dynamic with you and the enemy, it's really just a dance at that point. You're just keeping up with the pace of your partner and making sure to not mess up. Honestly, at this point, when there's a domination map, you're probably going to expect at least one analogy from me. That's just, that really is the best way that I can put it. Because both of the teams are constantly at the odds with each other and they really cannot afford to mess up because they can take advantage of it. And we've already seen several instances where this match could have ended.
Is
But
this
that's a
it? This
team
is the
wipe.
wipe. This is it. They just won.
oh,
it.
oh!
Wow, Black takes it.
That was quick. They didn't want to go.
And
second
thus,
then.
and yeah,
They
this
really
does,
didn't.
this really does prove my point. This
Yeah.
entire time they've just been going back and forth, but then guess what? Some kind of little mistake must have happened, and then it eventually led to the loss. So that's a perfect demonstration right there. Fantastic job to both teams. I would be lying if I said that this wasn't entertaining. Good work.
Yeah.
Yeah, good work by
GG
Black.
FuRy,
But-
GG FuRy, GG Black. You guys are clanmates, so I just like I'm cheering for you inside. But good game. It's about teams. Yeah. Let's check out the scores at the last moment. I forget about this. Is that on the right screen? Nope. How about here? Here we go. Alright, so Alchemist top score. Oh, we got that for 1 second. Anyways. Alright, so that concludes this match. Interesting here. It almost looked like it was going to be a forfeit for Black, and then they kind of pulled it out. Broke checkpoint with a 4v5. FuRy came back and fought really hard on this waterway, but Black was able to take it home. Any shoutouts? Laggy, last words?
Yeah, shoutouts to Clan Name, TMNM, other. Both teams played very well, by the way. It was very fun to watch. Also, shoutouts to Southern Cross, the Night Owls, and yeah, I think that's it.
Oh yeah, gotta love the Night Owls.
Hell yeah.
How about you, Navius? Thanks for joining us.
No, my pleasure, man. Thanks for streaming. Thanks for inviting me. A shout out to FuRy and Black. They had a great match. And a shout out to my team. They did great today. I'm proud. So yeah. See you around, guys. Have a nice one.
Yep.
Peace.
Shout out to the board and all the people that volunteer and work to make Dash League an awesome place. See you guys.